Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming out on such a beautiful day. Can you hear me? No? Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay. So good morning, and thank you for joining us this beautiful day that the children so deserve. We'd like to welcome the parents, guardians, Mr. Polizzi, Miss Odoxta, Mrs. Andrews, Mrs. Gorgie, and esteemed members of the Board of Education. It is my honor and privilege to speak to you today as the Berkley Street School principal. Educators are often asked why we chose this profession, and although there are a host of reasons, I believe it is because teachers are hopeful people who believe in the power of learning, who believe in the promise of the future, and who most importantly believe in humanity's goodness. This morning, we are here to celebrate all of that and so much more because we are here to celebrate these beautiful fifth graders. Boys and girls, over the last few weeks, I've been thinking quite a bit about what I wanted to say to you today. You know, every class's moving up ceremony is special and unique in its own way. But boy, oh boy, your story is one for the record books. When we left school as we knew it in March of 2020, we truly had no idea what we were facing. We knew there was a virus, and we knew we all had a part to play in helping to control what would soon become a worldwide pandemic. But quite frankly, that's about all we knew. And sadly, as those first few weeks and months went by, rather than gaining insight, we became more confused, more bewildered, more anxious, and sometimes even scared. I remember thinking, this is all too much. But you know what? Although it was a lot, it wasn't too much for you. You quickly rose to all of the challenges you faced. You helped me and your teachers and your parents, and most importantly, each other, find ways to make things work, and you managed to do it all with great commitment, dedication, creativity, hard work, humor, kindness, and great love. You gave us hope, inspired us all to dig deep and forge ahead, and you led by example in more ways than you'll ever know. You embraced virtual learning, you set up desks in your bedrooms and your homes, showed up every day, attended your classes ready to learn, and through it all, showed us what brightly shining stars you are. One word I've heard over and over again during this pandemic is perseverance, which is defined as a steady persistence in a course of action, a purpose, a state, especially in spite of difficulties, obstacles, or discouragement. But you know something? I think this beautiful, descriptive, and powerful word doesn't even come close to describing what you exemplified each day. You gave us purpose, you gave us hope, you helped us, you trusted us, and you did it all with grace and beauty and joy and laughter. So today, we gather to congratulate you and thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all you did to make Berkley Street School a beacon of your beautiful light. Your gifts are many, class of 2021, and today we honor all you are and all we know you are destined to become. It has been a joy serving as your principal, boys and girls, and I want you to know that I am very grateful that I had the opportunity to get to know each of one of you better. So as you leave Berkley Street School, I have 3 wishes for you. First, that you will always seek and find the courage and strength to work hard so you can be the very best versions of yourselves. Second, that beginning today and throughout the rest of your lives, you will share all the gifts that have been bestowed upon you and continue to nurture your minds and your souls so you can serve the greater good. And third, that you will always remember Berkley Street School will forever be a home to you. Finally, in closing, I would like to recite to you a favorite poem of mine and many early childhood educators. All I really need to know, I learned in kindergarten. Think of it as your last read aloud from a principal that loves you very much. All I really need to know, I learned in kindergarten. All I really need to know about how to live and what to do and how to be, I learned in kindergarten. Wisdom was not at the top of the graduate school mountain, but there in the sand pile. These are the things I learned. Share everything. Play fair. Don't hit people. Put things back where you found them. Clean up your own mess. Don't take things that aren't yours. Say you're sorry when you hurt someone. Wash your hands before you eat. Warm cookies and cold milk are good for you. Live a balanced life. Learn some and think some and draw and paint and sing and dance and play and work every day some. Take a nap every afternoon. And when you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. Be aware of wonder. Remember the little seed in the styrofoam cup? The roots go down and the plant goes up, and nobody really knows how or why, but we are all like that. And then remember the Dick and Jane books and the first word you learn, the biggest word of all, look. Congratulations, 5th graders. I will miss you. I would like to now present Mr. Polizzi, our Superintendent of Schools. I'm just going to take this with me. Sorry. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. So how proud of you are these children today? Good morning, Dr. Chrisomalis, Mr. Steele, and Nicole Dunn, and Tanya Andrews, members of our board, our faculty and staff, our school resource officers. George, good morning, everyone, and especially good morning to the 5th grade class. What a year or so it's been, right? Yeah. We're incredibly proud of your accomplishments. I'm not going to reiterate a lot of the comments and advice that Dr. Chrisomalis gave you because they're all valid, they're all good, and I do disagree, though, with the most important word, right? Was that what it was, the most important word? The most important word in my vocabulary is love. Looking is good, but loving trumps everything. And that's so important. You have really risen above expectations. And for that, you have been incredibly courageous. Your bravery has been shown in so many different ways. The fact that you did show up every day. And, you know, it's going to take a little bit to re-engage in a world that will eventually eliminate masking, eliminate distancing, but you will remember all of those interactions because they haven't really gone away. You've experienced them with your families, with your friends, your close circle of friends and neighbors, and so on and so forth. I wish you very well. I wish you well for the summer, and certainly in your new experiences that you'll have at the middle school, where I understand from Dr. Chrisomalis and all of your teachers that you're well prepared to manage all the rigors, all the challenges that you'll face as a middle school student. I also have the rather dubious privilege of sharing with you your summer assignments. You interested? You want to know what they are? Yes? No? Yes? Okay. The biggest assignment that you have for this summer, have fun. Enjoy life. With that, I turn this over to whom? Mr. Legband. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Mr. Legband. I'm the band and the orchestra teacher here. I need all the, everybody, all the fifth graders who played or have played or participated in a sports team, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, swimming. Put your hands up. Okay, looks like it's most of you. So here's what the band and the, now imagine if you were on a team and the coach said, 70% of your practice will happen at home in your bedroom or your basement or your living room this year. And only 30% of your practice time will be with the team. And then you'll be expected to have a successful season, maybe make the playoffs. That would be an incredible task, yes? Well, that's what the band and the orchestra students have done. I saw them for, I think, 6 months in 2019 and I guess 4 months in 2019, 2 months in 2020. Total of 6 months out of 20 months of instruction. So that works out to, I think, 70% at home, 30% actually in person. And yet, all of you who participated in the band and the orchestra completed everything you needed to complete. Some of you went further than we ever expected. And it's incredible. I was shocked that you did it. You didn't miss lessons. I didn't have to go to classrooms. I couldn't go to your homes and knock on a door and say, hey, you have a lesson today. I didn't have to email you. You showed up at 2:30. You showed up at 1:45. All the time, 2 days a week you did this. It was incredible. And I consider myself lucky that I had you guys as students and that we were able to do what we did. And so I'm going to read names, and you can come up. There's only a few names. If you'd like, you can come up and get your certificates as I call your name. So we have Miriam Hashash, Dean Hashash, Jalen Yabat, Kayla Lee, Ashley Waldron, Isabella Alvarez Argudo, Jason Epen, and that concludes my part of the show. The grade K through 1 memories, please come up.
remember in kindergarten we learned the ABCs.
I remember in kindergarten we went on a field trip to Van Son Park Zoo. All the animals were different in their own way.
I remember in kindergarten when we learned simple math like 1 + 1.
I remember in kindergarten when we learned one new poem each month.
I remember in first grade we had our teddy bear picnic in the library.
I remember in first grade we had a career day and our parents came in.
I remember in first grade we got to go to Montclair University to watch a play of Cat in the Hat.
I remember in first grade we went to a farm for a field trip and we saw peacocks.
Hi everyone, my name is Miss Lyons. I was the REACH teacher this year. REACH, Reaching Excellence Through Academic Challenge, is a qualifying program for students who demonstrate the potential to perform at remarkably high levels of accomplishment and who exhibit an unusual capacity for learning. So I've had the privilege to teach REACH for the past couple years, but this year was obviously a little different because we never met in person, except for the last meeting. It was all conducted virtually. And I just have to say that this year, even though we were limited, we worked on some really amazing projects. We started the year off by completing a web quest where students made a plan with what they would do if they won $1 million. Students worked hard to create a proposal for how they would allocate their funds, and I was impressed with how far they made their money go. As a REACH community, we persevered through Breakout EDU, where students had to escape virtual breakout rooms, and then they had to work together to create their own rooms. We collaborated with our 4th and 5th grade counterparts at Gibbs to play their games as well. In our third and last module, the students researched their own communities and realized all New Milford had to offer. They worked together to brainstorm what improvements they could make in our community, and they came up with a couple ideas, such as a rec center, a dog park, and even an animal shelter. Whoop. They created physical models of their ideas, and they presented them to their group. While we learned about a myriad of topics, what REACH students learn most is how to work with others, as well as the depth of their own creativity and ingenuity. My wish for you is to keep up the amazing work, as your skills you practice today will lead to your future. So now I'd like to announce the students that participated in REACH this year, and if you guys could please come up to get your certificates, that would be great. And you could stay up here for a minute so they could clap for you. Okay. So we have Jessie Brophy, Hannah Cho, they're all flying, Hudson Hicks, Kayla Lee, Maria Marizalde Martinez, and Ashley Waldron. That was my speech, okay? Here we go. Here you go, Ash. All right, let's give a hand for all the REACH kids. Thank you, guys. You can have a seat. Who's up next? My speech went out the window. And now we have Mr. Gere with the Student Council certificates.
Thank you. Oh, the wind is brutal. Good morning, everybody. I'm Mr. Gere. I'd first like to congratulate the class of 2021 and wish you the best at David E. Owens. I'm here to represent the Student Council alongside working with Ms. Matos. Throughout this year, we were able to, despite the pandemic, achieve a lot of different results, and I'd like to recognize the hard work of the Student Council. I'm just going to ask that you stand, and your certificates will be presented to you later. Some of the events that we were able to accomplish this year was we created videos of students reading and then sent it over to the Woodcrest residents in order to provide them some entertainment. We also created a virtual time capsule in order to capture what the year 2020, 2021 was here at Berkeley. And the one of the other events we did was we were able to write Valentine's cards to the children at St. Jude's Hospital. And that's just to name a few. So now I'd like to recognize this year's Student Council members. Isabella Alvarez Argudo, Jesse Brophy, Hannah Cho, Jillian Conforti, Xavier Doidora, Kayla Eric, Tiana Eric, Shefflin Joy Esguera, Seamus Hanley, Dean Hashash, Miriam Hashash, Hudson Hicks, Alexander Leib, Kayla Lee, Selena Surk, and Ashley Waldron. Thank you very much. You may sit. And please, grade 2 to 3 memories, come on up.
I remember in 2nd grade we went to World of Wings and saw a bunch of beautiful butterflies.
I remember in 2nd grade we had a reading log to fill for the whole school week, and on Friday, if we filled the log, we got a prize.
I remember in 2nd grade we invited our parents to come and watch our biome presentations.
I remember in 2nd grade when we had Fairy Tale Fridays.
I remember in 3rd grade we created slides about a state and had a state fair.
I remember in 3rd grade we played our recorders for our parents in a concert.
I remember in 3rd grade we went to the Tenafly Nature Center.
I remember in 3rd grade we studied crayfish in science and had them as pets in our class.
Good morning. I am Mrs. Matos. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Best wishes as you enter David E. Owens. I'm here on behalf of Mr. Gere and myself to recognize the hard work of the Spirit Club members. Some of the events we were able to accomplish this year despite the pandemic were creating videos to show what makes Berkeley so great. We did our annual Green Day celebrating school spirit. We did a food drive, and we created Google Slides to show what we were thankful for, just to name a few of our events. I'd like to recognize this year's members. Please stand when I say your name, and you will receive your certificate later on. Hannah Cho, Ellie Cox, Xavier Doidora, Tiana Eric, Kyrelli Garcia, Seamus Hanley, Dean Hashash, Miriam Hashash, Matthew Pothin, Ariana Ruiz, Lucas Salamone, Leo Sicolo, and Ashley Waldron. Congratulations, and you may be seated. And 4 or 5 memories, please come up.
I remember in 4th grade we played girl versus boy trivia games.
I remember in 4th grade we had to mix it up lunch days and we could sit with our friends.
I remember in the 4th grade we created a project based on the book Tiger Rising.
I remember in 4th grade we played Jeopardy with Miss Lyons.
I remember in 5th grade we wrote fractured fairy tales and language arts.
I remember in 5th grade we had fun day field day.
I remember in 5th grade we read Wonder and did all kinds of activities.
I remember in 5th grade we had a car wash and we saw friends who we haven't seen in months.
Good morning. Hello to the Berkley class of 2021. My name is Gita Gorgi, and I'm the former vice president of the Junior Women's Club of Riverdale and New Milford. Our club serves the towns of New Milford, River Edge, and Oradell by volunteering for community services, hosting events, raising funds for our towns, fire departments, ambulance corps, libraries, families in need, and academic scholarships. We also sponsor an award for the most improved student in each year's 5th grade class, nominated by his or her teachers. Before I announce the recipient, I'd like to congratulate all of you for working so hard the past 6 years, especially this year. It hasn't been easy, but you're all amazing, dedicated girls and boys, and we are also very proud of you. As a parent myself, I'd like to say a big thank you to the dedicated teachers and staff here at Berkley. This has certainly been a challenging year, and you've truly gone above and beyond for our children and for our town. We owe you a debt of gratitude. And to the proud parents this year, more than ever, you've been the heroes of your families. I applaud each and every one of you. With that being said, it is now my honor and my privilege to announce that the 2021 Most Improved Student Award goes to Seamus Hanley. Congratulations to you and to the whole 5th grade class, and best luck in middle school.
At this time, I have the honor and privilege of announcing this year's recipients of the Principal's Award. As you know, we strive every day to ensure that our children are building good character. And the Principal Award is given to 2 members of the graduating class that the teachers chose as having exemplified all of the characters that we look for throughout their 6 years or their time at Berkley Street School. This is no small choice when we have a building full of wonderful children, but we do commend the winners today. I'm happy to bestow this honor upon Hannah Cho. Please come up. And Jessie Brophy, please come up. Congratulations, Hannah. That is tremendous. Here you go, Jessie. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You can take your seats now. Okay, perfect. Okay. And now we have the presentation of the class of 2021. Mrs. Burns. And you have the list? I
got my list.
Here we go. And where are the certificates?
They should be on that table, I believe.
Okay. Good morning. I'm Mrs. Burns, and we just ask that you hold your applause until the end. So 5B, please stand. Ava Alexoska. Ephraim Alpar. Amir Bahana Oriana. Amelia Blahan. Ronan Burgos. Ellie Cox. Aruna Dobrovolska. Kyle Dunn. Jason Epen. Tiana Eric. Achilles Hache. Brianna Rivera Cruz. Leo Sicolo. Kaylin Sperlin. Casey Suarez. Jalen Ross Kalika Yabut. Congrats, 5B. You may be seated.
"5M, please rise. Theodora Akai. Stefan Alpar. Isabella Alvarez Argudo. Carla Cajamarca. Hannah Cho. Kyreli Garcia. Ayush Kar. Alexander Labe. Jason Lucian. Shazaib Maksud. Lynette Marcelino Guzman. Allison Rivera. Layla Rolone. Kyle Salinas. Serene Sheely. Melody Sakaris. Congratulations, 5M. You may be seated.
Five R, please stand. Gabriella Akai. Samuel Akian. Jillian Conforti. Angelina Engelhart. Sheflin Joy Isquera. Julian Gadsden. Seamus Hanley. Dean Hashash. Owen McCune. Milo Mejia. Elias Morel. Matthew Pothin. Christine Punla. Lucas Salamone. Arnav Vega. Anika Vincent. Ashley Waldron. Congratulations, 5R. You may be seated.
All right. 5S, please stand. We got a long walk. Jesse Brophy. James Burns. Christopher Kaye. Xavier Doidora. Kayla Eric. Raphael Janelsa. Lue Jokai. Miriam Hashash. Hudson Hicks. Talia Lagomarcino. Kayla Lee. Maria Marizalde. Derek Ortiz. Kimberly Rooney. Ariana Ruiz. And Selena Surik. S, I am so proud of you. I'm proud of all of you. Congratulations. All right, Mrs. Chrisomalis will come back and just do a few thank you words of thanks. I'll hand it off to you.
Okay, so we are at the end of our celebration today. Before I say goodbye to the children, I would like to thank all of you for coming out today to be here to celebrate all of them, to thank you for all your hard work this year, helping us get them ready for middle school. You have all earned a gold sticker in my book, and I am deeply appreciative for all your support, always, but particularly during this time. So at this time, I would like the class to stand up so that everyone can see how beautiful you are, and we're going to give you a big round of applause. And then, Mrs. Ritigliano, will you lead the children out, or? So parents, we're just going to stay here for a few minutes and take some pictures and give you an opportunity to do so also, okay? And then we'll have your children join you. 1 second. And there are refreshments. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Hannah Hashash, and we'd just like to take this moment to thank all the teachers and the staff for an amazing job that they've done this year. We'd like to recognize everyone here, including our 5th grade committee, Mrs. Joanne Sperlin, Mrs. Kristen Brophy, Mrs. Susan Surik, Mrs. Kelly Burns, and myself. Mrs. Golden. If Mrs. Golden could come up. Yeah, go ahead. Mrs. Torrey. Mrs. Faley. Mrs. Retigliano. Mrs. Santoro. Mrs. Martin. Miss Gere. Say it louder, she's over there. Come on, Miss Gere! Joanne, give me the cards that you made. Oh. Mrs. Burns.
Oh, Miss Burns. Yeah. Which one's Miss Burns?
Mrs. Katengian. Mrs. Tanzit. Mrs. Castronovo. Jane inside. You want to give them to Lisa? Yeah. Yeah. And last but not least, Mrs. Chrisomalis. And that's Mrs. Corey, Kristen, the one you're holding. Okay. So we can leave that. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations.